The Mid-American Conference season rolls on today as two cross-divisional teams jockey for position. Ball State and Akron. It's women's college basketball here on ESPN3. And with that, we welcome you down on the court alongside former Ball State Cardinal and Shelby Murder. Tyler Bradfield on hand. Amanda Smith will be along shortly. Well, these two teams squared off last year in this very same venue with Worthen Arena. However, far different circumstances. Last year was a preseason exhibition game between the two. Tonight, the final regular season non-conference game for Ball State. Two-possession game inside Worthen Arena. Combs rises three. Give it to him. Back to a one-point game.
Points that allowed her to be Geneva's leading scorer all time.
Byers spots up for three and rattles it home. Ball State wants to run. Persons with a full head of steam. Outside Kiapaway. You betcha. Yeah! Hit well into the gap of center and left, but a diving stop by Brown. Denacia Christian trying to seal the first conference win of the year for Ball State. A senior on senior day and a two-time MAC floor champion. Schreiner out of the back row. And a tip by Seaman. Carry from the wind, a smack by Call. Left field bounces to the fence. Call around first, standing up at second. A combination of some excellent hitting by Ohio and some struggling hitting by Ball State. An 11-6 set two lead and the first kill for Goodsell of the evening. Well, these two teams saw each other last season in the Mid-American Conference tournament at the end of the year. Buffalo was a 7 seed. Ball State was one of the favorites as the 2 seed, but Buffalo upset Ball State 69-65, and Ball State in a way has had an revenge game out ever since that point. They were knocked out of the Mid-American Conference tournament in their first game in Cleveland for a third consecutive year. Brady Salinas bunched down by 7 to Buffalo, 17-10 midway point of the opening quarter. It's been a fast-paced game here early, Shelby. Two teams that historically have been grinded-out style games, but in recent years have gone to more up-tempo style play, and that's evident through the first 5 minutes.
Well, just look at who they've graduated. Ball State graduated 6'5", 6'6", Renee Bennett. You couldn't run this tempo with the type of players that they had on the floor. But now you've got athleticism, you've got speed, you've got that sort of positionless basketball. And on Buffalo's end, they've forced their bigs to run this style of offense. So they're in shape, they're running the floor. You expect that because of the way the coaches have prepared their teams for this game.
And that was a point of improvement, especially on the Buffalo sidelines with Felicia Leggett-Jack to improve the conditioning during the offseason with Cassie Ausler, their big, to be able to run this style play. Autumn Jones off the bench. Her first three is good. The hometown kid played her high school basketball not too far from here at Lawrence North High School, the same high school as Destiny Washington on Ball State's side.
She was wide open because Hemphill drove that gap. Wide open kick out. Whenever players can get into the seams like that, there's limitless possibilities.
Ball State facing their biggest deficit of the afternoon. The spin by Brown, can't finish. Tries it a second, but fouled.
There she is again, attacking the board, getting her own rebound, going back up strong. She's going to be an exciting player in the next couple of years if she can finish around the rim and create more shots for herself.
Well, she exploded earlier this season for 16 rebounds against Vanderbilt, one of Ball State's 2 Power 5 wins. In a way, it was one of her big breakout games.
Mariah Monaco just so smart to find that mid-range jumper when that play is designed for her to shoot a 3, but she found that open seam to hit that mid-range jumper.
Combined 34 points already scored. We haven't played 7 minutes yet. Monaco stops at the foul line. Another empty chance for Ball State. They haven't shot the basketball the best from distance, 0 of 3 from the field, 43% so far. Backdoor slip, Hemphill too strong off the glass, picked up by Monaco.
Look at the ball movement from Buffalo. They are so good at finding each other in transition and just pushing the ball at a speed that is unmatched by most teams.
Monaco, her third miss from outside of the arc. She's 0 for 3 to start. Hemphill off balance and off the glass and in.
For a sophomore, that is a pretty high caliber move for a sophomore. Being able to cut across her body like that.
Coach Felicia Leggett-Jack was excited about her athleticism when she came into Buffalo last season. A travel by Ball State's Franny Frazier. That gives the ball back to Buffalo. Look one more time at that move by a sophomore, the athleticism. When she came in, Coach Felicia Leggett-Jack said a super athletic post player that has explosive potential down low, fast and mobile in the open court.
I like the comparison of her and Destiny Washington, just long forward players that have such finesse around the rim. Those two are fun to watch, especially just look at the arms and the wingspan that they have.
And especially if Hemphill is able to develop a jump shot like Destiny has later in her career. Autumn Jones has already hit once. Why not make it twice? This Buffalo team out to a 27-12 lead over the top-rated team in the Mid-American Conference.